join the Battalion Bravos. Just join them. It's great. I've decided to go on a journey. Aldous Sandflys is leaving port. 100 million GP, 200 million GP, 300 million GP, and so on. Hey guys, welcome to another Aldy's Journey. Today, we're just going to talk about Battalion Bravos. Who are they? What makes them good? We're going to take in this series about what makes this guild good, what could we steal, or what could we adopt that they do very, very well. And there's a lot that this guild does well, so I'm going to give them like an A+. But I'm just going to talk to you about the guild, what I've observed, what I enjoy, and really some of the things that really surprised me and I'd never thought of. Okay. I applied to join them, right? Now, the first thing that happened to me was I applied to join. So I go into Discord and I would like to join the Battalion Bravos. And I end up, I'm in a recruitment room. It was like I had my own little room where instead of having to have a conversation with me on guild chat or in some awkward sort of open room, I was in like this private little recruitment room where only recruitment officers could kind of see and chat to me. And I dealt with the wonderful Ricky P and Mulamu and all these people that you kind of know. But it was a very interesting way of doing it. And I have to say, I would say A+. So I would say that the first learning for any other guild out there is if you have a recruitment and if people are joining, putting them in their own little private channel and have recruitment room A, recruitment room B, or recruitment room Zeta, or recruitment room Alpha or Endor or something is a great idea. Because that meant that even before I joined, I was able to have that discourse and they were able to talk to me, I was able to talk to them, and we were able to have that conversation without anybody looking in or seeing that wasn't actually part of the decision making. So I also think that allows, instead of it happening in DMs, so, you know, very often you'll be DMing the recruitment officer and he'll DM you back. This was inside the sort of the entire Discord. It was in a recruitment room. I presume they just wiped the recruitment room afterwards. There certainly wasn't any preview. I couldn't scroll up and go, look at this idiot. But absolutely A+ practice. And I think of all the ways to join a guild that I've used, I've often talked about finding that good guild person mix. You know, finding that connection where the person joining is by far the best sort of fit for your guild. And I think nothing's better than actually having them in a Discord room and 2 or 3 people just chatting to them, asking what they're looking for, and being able to kind of have that discussion. So I would say that every single guild out there, you need to steal that, have a recruitment room and drag all new people into the recruitment room and have the recruitment discussion in there. Makes them feel at ease, makes you feel happy. You're able to give any kind of, oh, I'm concerned about this, I'm concerned about that, what about this? Really, really A+ practice. So anyway, then I got to join and I was super excited. I'm going to give a bit of a shout out to people like Ricky P, Fort Mart, even just the whole of the battalion. The Battalion Alpha people were saying hello to me in general chat. The battalion, but it felt like a community. I do think maybe it comes from having so many media and content creators where people are generally a little bit more externally focused or a little bit more kind of wanting to interact and say hi. It was a wonderful, wonderful kind of welcome. And ever since then, I have to say the Discord is super active. You know, there's too many Discords out there, full stop, but there's too many Discords out there where there's not enough chat or there's not enough things going on. This guild has constant messages, constant people doing things, constant people who are working on ideas or sharing successes or sharing how their GAC went. it is quite I would say it's a guild of quite extroverted people, maybe, or it has a high amount of extroverted people, high amount of people with confidence, high amount of people that are very kind of social, and therefore, if what you're wanting out of the game is a good group of people you can hang about with, you can make friends with, you can enjoy their time, they can encourage you, you can encourage them. Absolutely great. I loved it. I love that kind of that environment that they fostered is incredibly good. Let's talk about the people in particular. So, Moo, I think, is in charge. I should look these things up before these videos, but I think Moo is in charge. We've got, is it Neb and What's Smacking, I think, does the TW. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a future video, but Neb and What's Smacking do all that organization of TW. Joe Hopes, I have no idea how to say it. I'm just going to put down as Welsh. Joe Hopes is in there. He's holding, he kind of, I don't know, just as an officer, kind of holds people together. And is it K Downs? K Downs, I think, does the TB. We haven't got to TB yet, obviously, but I think K Downs in charge of that plan. And Moo kind of looks after all of it as well. Highly organized, highly enthusiastic, and very, very good. Before we look at the exact guild, let's talk more about the broader. So, every single bot you could ever want is in this guild. So this guild is using every single bot, every single thing. So everything is hyper organized, hyper efficient. People have their raid achievements, their raid targets. They have their their GAC performance over time. They have their hot bot matchup. So if you are someone who hasn't used any of these tools, or you are wondering what it'd be like with these tools, then what a guild to join. You would be blown away by how organized, how professional, how incredible. It is absolutely fantastic. So what an incredible group of people. But I should say, I'm talking about the Alliance here as a whole, but we will talk about Bravos in a minute. The Alliance only has 2 guilds. So whereas the last one I was in, was it Sigma Nation? I don't know. They had 11 different guilds. And in fact, I think Death Star Port Designers has about 5 or 6 or 7. I don't know, it's a looser alliance, but this is 2 guilds, a very, very strong alliance. So they have 100 players. And I think they're almost full all the time. I can imagine they certainly have a very sort of dedicated team. There's people in here, I think will be in here forever. And more incredible people coming in. So, what else? Okay, let me talk about, let's do the guild in particular. Okay, so I'll get out of the way a little bit. Let me move over here. Hi, I'm over here. Do you know what? I'll never work out which side things are. Here's the stats in the guild. It's 420 million at the moment. We've got about 41 SOKRs. This is the thing in the ships. It's up here. Now we are, so that's kind of where we are. It is sort of, I used to think this was middle game, if I'm honest. I used to think that 400 would be like a mid-game guild. I'm starting to realize that actually this is late game. These are people that have starting to get all the GLs, certainly getting more of the GLs. They know how to play the game. They're very committed. They're very high performers on GAC. They are very good, sort of knowledgeable people. And they've also blended that with a huge community. So that's really, really positive and really good to see. Let me talk about a couple of things that are maybe an examples that I've witnessed. So obviously we've just had the new raid drop, and obviously a lot of people are concerned about, oh, I'm getting less rewards, I'm getting less this, I'm getting less that. A beautifully worded response from Moo regarding that basically this raid is the only place to now get 3s. So comparing what we used to get in the speeder bike versus what we get now is a little bit muted, because what we used to get in speeder bike is not what you get today. There's kind of a move. You've got to get the get 3. Get 3 is just too important. And that's something we talked about throughout the series, is that people are striving to play the latest raid, even with a very, very low roster, simply because that's the only place to get 3. But Moo wrote a beautiful response to that in Discord that basically just said, right, guys, I'm sorry, but as a guild, this is what we're doing. This is why. Moving forward, this is what we're going to look at this. We're not going to give anybody raid targets. We're not going to give anyone stuff in the short term. Let's wait for everything to kind of settle down. And it was a beautiful response just to say, leader, I am the leader. This is what we're doing. Everyone calm. And it really kind of set the mood. You'll notice that it went from 2 or 3 messages questioning, oh, wow, to suddenly kind of, again, back to a very positive, let's move forward. How do we do this? And it was a really beautiful way to do it. Other things, a little tip, something I've noticed, lovely. TW. At the end of TW, they put out a message and they tagged the top 5 attackers. Now, really, really simple, really, really good. But actually to put out that sort of, hey guys, you were our best 5. Another great example of a positive reinforcement of how people are doing, making people, oh God, I want to be on that list next time, or wow, I put in that time and effort, and oh wow, I'm being recognized for that. That's really good. Yeah, I did really well. Thank you, thank you. That is a really nice touch as well, and I think more guilds should kind of, again, that's another, we talk about positivity in the game, that's a nice little positive thing to have, and structure your guild with that sort of stuff in mind as well. What else have I kind of observed? Lots of chat, obviously, and lots of kind of content creators with their YouTube videos and their strats. All the standard channels tell you how to run every single country you want to do. If you want to go in there, lots of resource. I wouldn't say, okay, things I would maybe change, things I'd maybe add, shall I say? I'm not sure I've found the exact question and answer channel. There are channels for GAC, there's channels for TW, there's channels for this, so questions are kind of all over the Discord rather than being here, there, you know. So I think I would kind of say to the guild, give us a questions and answer channel, Q&A, and then all the questions, no matter what guild, could go in there, and then people could maybe kind of make that their primary. Right, when I log on, I'm going to check the Q&A and I'm going to answer the Q&As, rather than kind of maybe, oh, you look through the chat there, oh, there's a question, like, you know. So I think that'd be a way to kind of structure it. The also thing is, I think this is a very streamer-heavy guild. And I really think they could do with a channel on how to stream, or a channel of, you know, I do think we have the ability to mentor and grow other streamers, or share, okay, how do you stream, Aldy? You know, like, what's your OBS setup? What plugins do you use? How do you do that effect there? Where does that one come from? Or how does, you know, all of those things I think would be something which maybe a little channel would be quite interesting for people. You never know. People, I talk to a lot of people who want to be streamers, or who want to improve their stream, or want to kind of get somewhere with their streaming. I think people might find that quite interesting. Maybe you have questions in there. So maybe a streaming questions channel. But look, that's tiny. It's tiny. We're nothing that they could really improve. It is an A+ guild, and I take my hat off them. I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be a lot of really interesting stuff. We are going to unpack a lot about being a content creator. We are going to unpack a lot about the battalion. We are going to talk about Aldy's relationship with the battalion. I'm going to talk about TW at this level as well. So lots of things coming up over the next couple of days or a few days. Yeah, join Battalion Bravos. It is very, very good. Anyway, until next time, look after yourself. Enjoy your Swiggle journey. This is Aldy's journey. Like and subscribe. Please tell your friends to like and subscribe. Tell your friends to come over here, like, subscribe, watch this. Put a comment, say hi, I'm new. And yeah, welcome to Sandflys. Look after yourself. May the force be with you.